social life of general populace by your activities, you will certainly fall down from your opulent and royal position. In other words, there are different types of sinful activities. One type of sinful activity to harm yourself, such as eating meat, maybe gathering, maybe basically you're harming yourself. There's another type of activity, settle in the path of general population, general people performing devotional life. When you become an impediment, you harass people for performing their regular spiritual duties. So that is a more serious case of it is actually much more than simple activity. Doctor calls it violence, doctor calls it rather than offense. Very serious spiritual offense against the right of the living in of people. And this is considered as a law, and this is considered to have more serious repercussions. So, one has to be very careful and cautious. There are no circumstances one becomes an impediment or source of disturbance for other people performing their spiritual duties and responsibility of sadhana and whatever. This is not ruled on very casually. If somebody becomes a disturbance while acts of bhakti are going on, then sometimes the Lord acts in a very strict and a forceful manner. So in Vishwamitra, when Krishna said, we are performing yajna, soma, sumas, other spiritual activities for the larger good of the people. Please the Lord. But this Varada and Subhahu Nitsa. Discovery. So that's why we realized that this is a very serious situation. And we wanted to personally go deal with it. It's not Rama who went there. But you can see the strictness and discipline manner in which looking at it. Very, very firmly, decisively. So much so that even though Karnataka was a woman, and normal Vedic value system prohibits us from taking stern action against women. She is disturbing the right of every individual to worship the Lord. Worship the Lord, serve the Lord, show his love, affection, gratitude to the Lord. Which you can go neither any longer be considered as a Lake Varna, where the considered city of Burma. Well, Burma in the sense the right of other religions to worship the Lord.
If possible, we should encourage everybody from performing their quantities, duties and duties. But the students, even that start causing unnecessary anxiety, want to perform show love, affection, gratitude, want to teach, want to preach, in a very covered manner. So the sages are thinking, nasty behavior and react in a very violent way, maybe respond in a very violent way, in a very friendly manner. Not do that. Immediately thought like fall down. You will have to step down. robbing the devotees, denying them by not snatching their feet, doing them and the maybe crumbs of bread. Crumbs of bread chanting. You didn't want water, not eat so much that they were tortured even then not come in the way of Bali Maharaj. Convoluted materials logic. Tell Bali Maharaj you break it. It doesn't matter. No karma. Bali Maharaj frustrated. Yes, sir, yes. We can't follow your instructions anymore. Natural super explains that material world. Time, but we have may or may not be knowledge or accept something not one famous industrial but not quite as you know because he has gone one time it is said that listen, invite father he refused to go because he said one of his dog is ill. He refused to go. Like, oh, strong. I think then he serves some dog or a cat or something. Best of it. But in case he refuses to accept our instructions, we will do what is required. We will do what is required, which means we will do whatever it takes even to remove him. Because one can tolerate anything except causing willful understanding of the nature of well-being is won't get the right for Diksha automatic. No, they also have to read, they have to study, they have to practice, they have to understand, they have to accept, and they have to have a conviction. Only then they can also be they can also be included in the fold of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. This is a very healthy, glorious system. Very, very healthy, very glorious methodology as evolved by the Acharyas, where it is necessary that every person understands the practice that he is doing and is able to talk about it and defend it. And hence, understand, practice, and hence he should be able to convince his progeny also. There is no sense, there is no obligation, there is no compulsion. We cannot. No guru will give you Diksha because your father is a Gaudiya Vaishnava, so you also take Diksha. So Bhaktivinoda Thakura said that is a very major, at one point of time it became a major dilution in the Gaudiya Vaishnava system because of the seminal descendants of Advaita Acharya or Nityananda or Gadadhar and so on, claiming to be the rightful descendants of Advaita Acharya or Gadadhar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other saints opposed it. He said, how is that possible? How is that possible at all? You just cannot claim to be inherit the spiritual position of Advaita Acharya or Gadadhar or anybody else just because you're born into that family. These two have no relationship. It has to be out of faith, conviction, belief and practice. So, the sages are recognizing that unless there is propagation of bhakti, unless it is taught either in the Gurukul system or some other system, bhakti will die. I mean, the process of understanding of scriptures will die, which is what we are seeing in India now. Because we don't have the Gurukul system, we don't have a proper education system. In the name of secularism, we are not taught anything. We are not taught anything at all. So how will the responsibility to teach comes on institutions like ISKCON. Responsibility, the challenge to address this vacancy, or shall I say, the government has abdicated, the government has abandoned its responsibility of teaching the most essential fundamental knowledge, the knowledge of God, Atma, Bhakti, etc., Karma, etc. The most fundamental knowledge the government has abdicated, has given up. He said, no, we can't deal with it. So that comes upon institutions like ISKCON. So here, Vena is on the way of creating a major sociological upheaval in the society, because if he abandons or if he objects or he bans propagation of dharma and bhakti, then what will happen to the next generation? Recognizing the threat, this threat to be of grave nature, very grave nature, the sages will decide time has come now for us to act. Because that will create a godless, atheistic generation if knowledge of God is not being given. Is not being given. 30-40 years back in American society, 70% of the people would believe in reincarnation, in existence of God, in the concept of sin. At least, maybe they are not going to the church, but in the necessity to hear religious sermons once in a while. They believed in that. But today, across Europe and America, that percentage has dwindled down to less than 25-30%, because there's no spiritual education. Less than 25 to 30%, which means 75% of this society is hedonistic, atheistic, because there's no education. There's no spiritual education. So, if Vena were to get away and obstruct and object and stop religious activities in Vedic culture meant propagation. Religious activity meant propagation. Religious activity meant part of religious activity is sermons. Sermon means upadesh. Part of religious activity involved teaching the next generation. So if Vena were to object that, then not only is he disturbing the fundamental right of the jiva to know about God, but he will be responsible for creating a godless society. Atheistic, hedonistic, materialistic, sense gratificatory mood in the society. And the sages are saying, we won't allow this to happen. Simple. We won't allow this to happen. And we'll do what it takes to stop it. Even if it means we may have to remove Vena. Even if it means we may have to remove Vena. So, before they remove him, they approach him to give him one last chance. Saying, are you going to listen to us? We are going to tell you in a very sweet way. Please don't do this. Don't continue like this. Society will be degraded. Society will become filled with asuric mentality. Godless civilization means asuric mentality, where the only purpose of life is sense gratification and not spiritual emancipation, sense gratification. So, we would not like such a thing to happen. So, are you willing to listen to us? So, it is with that sense of warning that the sages approach Vena. The sages fearlessly. That is also the beauty of the Brahminical class of men in the society. How fearlessly, confidently they approached Vena and said, what you're doing is wrong. Are you ready to listen to us? Or you will be facing the consequences. That is the power of the Brahminical class. Because they are pure, because they are selfless, because they have pakka sadhana, because they have a guru and they follow Guru Parampara teachings. All of them, they follow the Parampara system. So they are practically, they are very strong, much more stronger than the Kshatriyas. In fact, Vishwamitra will tell Lord Rama, I can kill these people. Tataka, simply by my thought, simply by looking at them, I can burn them up. But that's not my duty. That's the duty of the Kshatriyas. Hence I've called you. That's not my duty. So in the same manner, when required, the Brahmanas will exercise their mystic powers to protect the right of the devotees in the society. So this is one such occasion where the Brahmanas are convening and they want to take extreme action in order to protect the common populace from being able to pursue the path of bhakti. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Thank you very much. Any questions? I don't know if you understood what I said. I was blabbering something. We should not disturb the right of the living entity to perform bhakti. And this seminal concept of religion is also very misplaced. My father is a Christian, so I am also Christian. No participation in any religious activity cannot be done on the basis of seminal connection, which means I'm born to this family, so my father was doing, so I'll also do. No. It has to be out of understanding, knowledge, understanding, inspiration, and one's own conviction. And hence the process of imparting education is the key element which takes the parampara from one generation to another. So imagine we're now obstructing that. How can the sages keep quiet? Okay. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Gurupati Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai, Shri Shri Gaurnita Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.